That's why he
I
shot
gave
you.
him OSX
Yeah.
and he did it to me for almost an hour, making love to me, and then he shot me.
I'm about to shoot you myself. Lord
Don't
have
do
mercy.
that. Let me call DK.
So, my friend here. So you've been out, been on the stroll too. You've been out there walking the streets.
God delivered me from all that.
Oh, so you were once out there too. And so how did you get to the compound?
Well, how I got to the compound was I did not no longer want to depend on my family for anything. I wanted to try to step out there on my own. I have a big dream I want to follow. I want to finish my GED. I want to open my own wig store because by me opening my own wig store, I am very talented with doing wigs. I'm good at what I do, and this is a God-given talent, and I might as well go ahead and get working on it before it gets snatched away from me. Because you have a lot of people that are good at what they do, but they sit on their talent and don't do nothing. That's not me.
So I take it you do hair of some sort.
Yes, sir.
But okay, so how did you find the compound? That still didn't tell me how you found the
It was
compound.
the only place that would house transgender people. You got a lot of shelters around. You got Peachtree and Pine, which is the hell on hold. Then you got Learning Union Mission that were not
Gateway.
But I mean, okay.
Let me clarify that. A lot of homeless places will not deal with people like me. So
you been in jail before? Oh, okay, you've been in jail. So where did they put you when you go to jail? Did they put you in with the men or the women?
Who with the men? But I was by myself.
Oh, they won't let you be with the men.
I didn't want to be.
I mean, it ain't your choice. You don't get no choice in jail.
You ain't want to be with the man? I would. Shoot. Lock me up. Throw away the key.
But just like RuPaul made it big, doing RuPaul, I'm going to be the next one.
Okay.
So keep my name in mind because I will be big and I will be famous.
Put a hot ticket.
Yes, sir. I don't care about no president.
Galore, they would have been
free commissary.
Yep, everything. Live like a queen for real now.
She ain't want that. That's too much.
That's like RuPaul did this thing, coming up in the streets of Atlanta. Now look at RuPaul now making millions and millions and millions of money. I'm gonna be the next one.
Look at Tyler Perry.
Exactly.
Oh, y'all just calling them out. Hey, but let me ask you this, because I was once told by a gay man, there's different types of gays, and you said yourself that you didn't like you were too feminine to be, I guess a gay, or there's different. Tell us.
Okay.
The different.
Let me break it down. That's
what I want you to do.
There is different. Okay, from a gay man. Excuse me, and a feminine guy. A gay man, when it comes to work, has more opportunities to get in and go up the ladder on his job, as opposed to a guy like me who got breasts and who likes to show what I got, going to a job. Thank God I can knock on wood that all the 7 jobs that I had, I worked looking like this. But I done seen where people come in and they tear the applications up. It's very hard for transgender to work on a regular 9 to 5 job and go up the ladder. It's very hard.
So have you tricked some men yourself?
It is what it is. But
so
I always been truthful.
How many butt whoopings
Oh,
did
never.
you get
I never took none.
When was the last time you got into a fist fight?
A fist fight?
Yeah.
With my ex-boyfriend because he felt like he wanted to hit me and I knocked the living out of him.
Yeah.
They say y'all can fight. So. They say they're still a man.
He sent me to work for busted lip, but guess what? He went home with a black eye.
Mm-hmm. I was watching the show the other day, and the reason why I watched it because I knew we were doing the show. Have you heard of Renee, the tennis player?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're showing a movie on Renee. Renee was this doctor who actually went to Yale, was a great tennis player, great baseball player. Actually had the opportunity to play, I think, with the Giants or some baseball team, right? So he decided he wanted to be a woman. After this, he was that guy. Had all the chicks, had the money. He was a doctor. So he decides he's going to have a sex change, and he had a sex change in the early, I guess, 60s. And what he did is he came back as a woman, and he decided he was from New York, he moved to California, and then he wanted to play professional women's tennis. So he appealed to courts, and he actually got to play. And yeah, he got to play against women, so he was beating them up. He never won the championship. But to make a long story short, he said he had to be all woman or all man, because he said in the middle you would be considered a freak.
That is true.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't want to be that freak, so he had to go all the way. But now he's probably in his 70s, and he seemed miserable. He could never have a great relationship with his son. He said when he went to visit his son, he would put on a short wig to go visit his son. This was a great movie just on TV just a couple days ago. And he never had a relationship with his son. His ex-wife, who he had the son with, no relationship at all. She couldn't accept it whatsoever. You know, his past friends accepted it. And I guess where I'm going is, where is your mental state in all this?
Well,
when you know you were born a male, and you look at yourself in the mirror now, and people of your past see you as little Tico. I remember little Tico at Christmas, and for you to, or even your classmates, what is your state now?
My state is that I'm very happy.
Are you really happy, or is that?
Yes,
I mean, that's
am.
something we all, because you know, somebody asks you how you doing. The common answer is I'm doing fine. Regardless, we may not be doing fine, but we say we're doing fine.
The reason why I say I'm happy, because it takes a lot of guts, and I'm saying that
I agree with you there.
it takes a lot of guts to get up early in the morning. You know, I'm 37 years old. I don't have no sideburns, nothing like that. I get little hairs right here and maybe up here. It takes a lot of guts to get up in the morning, to take a razor, get all that, put on my makeup. You know, I wear wigs, but when I put my wigs on, you cannot tell I got a wig on. And I don't wear nothing like hooshified, so I have a funny way of dressing, but I have like a little class to myself too. So when I go out in public, they respect me, because it all boils down to the way they carry yourself. If you carry yourself like a lady, they're going to respect you as a lady. But if you go out there in public and you acting all flamboyant, then you just drawing more and more attention to you.
Yeah, absolutely right. And that was one thing that they said Renee initially didn't want to draw attention to herself, the doctor, but then they said when he put himself out there on that tennis circuit, it was instant that he was drawing attention to himself, because it wasn't just going to fly. Because they were questioning at first, because he changed his name, you know, to Renee, and then they said, wait a minute, that's Renee, the man. And they said that serve. They said there's some things you can't disguise, and his serve was that serve he had when he played at amateur tennis. But anyway,
Can
so
I say something?
Yep, say what you like.
To answer that question with her, it is miserable being what she is and stuff, because I know for me, being the fact of who I am, it's miserable for me, you know, because society is like, it's so crazy, but it's more accepting in Atlanta than it is if you go to Birmingham, Alabama, or you go to Jacksonville, Florida, or you even go to my hometown. I can't dress like the way I want to dress in my hometown, because they ain't having that. They ain't having it. But you know, it is miserable a little bit. But you know, I can say today that I'm comfortable with taking it on and taking it off, and that's just for me.
So why do you think you get by with it in Atlanta so much? Why do people let it slide?
'Cause I was 10 years, no, hold on, let me take that back. I was in middle school, and that's all they talked about. Oh, Atlanta, and oh, Atlanta is for the gay people, and all this and all that. You know, and I came to Atlanta, and you'll be surprised of like, wow, you know.
Let me throw this out there, and I personally don't believe this, and women tend to like to believe this down low. Do you believe in this down low theory?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
I don't believe it. I
do.
personally don't.
I do.
I think it's a
don't.
cop out.
What you mean
I
down
do.
low?
I think it is an attack on the black male. I don't think it exists. I think.
Can I answer that question?
Help yourself.
To be quite frank and honest, I can say this because that's all I get dealing with me. I'm on a download, so you know I gotta come see you when it's late at night. Hold on a minute. If you just want to come see me late at night, then you're ashamed not to want to take me out to lunch. You're ashamed not to be seeing me in public, but yet you